Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Ombre, and today I'm sharing kind of a technique card, and I'm going to show you how to kind of get this ombre look without having an ombre ink pad. So let's go ahead and get started with it. Alright, for this project I am going to be changing the color up, and I'm going to use Pool Party and Soft Sky. So they're close in range. One's a little bit lighter than the other. I'm going to be using the stamp set Celebrate today, and I'm using this larger balloon here. And the reason I'm using it is because it has Happy on there. I'm going to emboss Birthday on it. And without having a Misty tool, it's a little bit harder to do this technique on a solid image like this. So I just find it easier to line up the words on this, so that's why I'm using one with words. But it works for any solid image, especially if you have the Misty tool, but I wanted you to see how to do it without the Misty, you can do it that way. Alright. The other stamp set I'm using for the background is this Homemade for You, and I'm just using these dots right here. That's our little background we have. Alright, so let's get going with the technique. I'm just going to use some Whisper White, and I may have to stand up, and hopefully I won't get my head in the way because I want to try to line this up as best as I can on the video. So the first thing we're going to do is pick our lightest color, which in this case is Soft Sky. I hope it works with this one. This way. So, oops. Alright, so we have the Soft Sky inked up, and I'm just going to stamp it down. And it doesn't matter if it blotched or anything. We're going to just go right into the Pool Party. We're going to ink that up. And I have a microfiber cloth here, and I'm just going to kind of wipe a little bit away here, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp again, and I'm trying to line up my Happy without getting my head in the way, and then we'll lift it up so you can see how it's starting to come along. We're going to ink it up again, and again I'm just going to wipe away a little bit. Now I'm going down a little bit further, and we're going to line that up again. That's why I like the words on here, so I can line it up just right. And you see how that's starting to come along. You can start seeing it a little bit more again. Just wipe it off a little bit. And you can keep going till you get it how dark you want it. And this ink, when it dries, it's going to dry a lot smoother. You're not going to see a whole lot of lines, and I'll show you one I already did in a minute. And then I'm going to just do it one more time. Okay, so there you have it, and you can actually see, you have that kind of ombre look. You can keep on going if you want, it to be a little bit smoother. I just wanted to give you the technique idea. You can even go back in your Pool Party, not Pool Party, but in your Soft Sky, and go over again. When you have the Misty tool, I've done it both ways, and the Misty makes it a little bit easier. I want to make this a little bit darker, so this time I'm going to just wipe the top part. But like I said, when it dries, it's gonna be more blended in, just like that. But it's a really cool technique, and you don't have to have an ombre pad to do it. You just have to stamp a few times, but I really like the result on it. I think it's really pretty. And I already took it to the Big Shot. I have the framelits. These are the framelits that go with that. It's called the balloon framelits. So I used the large balloon, and I cut it out, and you see how this one dried? So it has that ombre look. So we're going to use that one. So that one gets to dry. And I'm going to use some Versamark. And the stamp set I'm using for this sentiment, this time I'm using everything, but I'm using one from my Paper Pumpkin kit. And if you don't know about Paper Pumpkin, you can check it out on my blog. It's a monthly subscription, but look at the stamps I got with this one set here. I mean, it's $19.95 a month, and it's so worth the price on this. And you get your stamps, you get an ink spot or two sometimes, and you get everything you need to make either cards or boxes, whatever the month surprise is. So that's what I'm using for this sentiment, because it says everything, and I really like that, happy everything. And I'm going to grab my static tool because I don't want this to be all over. I'm going to stamp the everything on here. And I think this time I'm going to emboss it in gold. I did the other one in our copper, and I love that new copper, but I thought this time I'll just do gold because I have it on my bench right here. I should have got my little piece of paper I use for this, but instead I'm going to just get it all over. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and quickly heat emboss that. See now that that's heat embossed, isn't that pretty? I really like that. So let me wipe this off so I can continue. All right, so then on this, it's a basic 5.5 by 4 1/4, but I scored this. I cut it at 4 1/2 on the long side, and then I scored it at 5 1/2 to make it the oblong, or open this way. And then this piece, I forgot what it was. It's 5 1/4 by 4. So this is going to be our background piece. Now for the background, what I did was I inked up my soft sky first, and I just inked it up like that, and then I took the pool party. Actually, I used the Melon Mambo and Blushing Bride for the other one, but I just wanted to have a little bit of variegated here. And I'm going to stamp that, and then do that again. Always use your lighter stamp first. Can't really see where I'm at, so I hope I am lining these up. Well, kind of went over on that one, but that's okay. I'll put the balloon on there. It's so much easier when you can look over it. Kind of messed that up. Let me see if I can, if that'll look, I think that's going to be fine. They don't have to be perfect on there. All right, so with some dimensionals, I popped up the balloon. You can see I used the other side of this. I really like this color. This is really pretty. And then I also used some dimensionals to pop up this. Running out of dimensionals on this one. Grab some more here. It looks really pretty when it's embossed to that other part. It just adds a little bit extra to it. I have ink all over my hands. It is a little bit of a messy process. And then you just add that to the front. And then I have a few little sequins, and these are just doodlebug sequins I found at my local craft store. I just wanted to add a little bit of something, so I'm just going to add a few. Let me grab my little sequins. And I just put them randomly. You can tell the little bubbles, doesn't even make a difference that they're not lined up. I think it looks just as cute. Let's see. Let's do one here. I'll do one up here, and then maybe one down here. Yep, stuck to my finger. This fine tip glue pen is great for even if you want to add a little dot. I didn't put enough on there, and it dries super clear, so always remember to put the top back on here. So there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, it's a fun little process and a real cute technique, but look at how cute the cards are that it makes. So everyone, if you need any supplies for this project, you could go to my blog at stampingwithombre.com, and you can shop right online there. So I hope you enjoyed the card tutorial, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.